This is the DJI Goggles entry. Let's open the box. Manuals and the goggles itself. Wow! The goggles has two antennas. The battery is at the back, and the adjustment of the strap. It comes with a usable lens cover to protect the lens if you store it. Let's remove first the protective sticker. Well, this goggles is a box goggles, unlike the expensive DJI goggles that has an binocular lens. This goggles has an SD card slot and USB Type-C ports for charging and data collection. Your navigation switch, which you can navigate up and down, left and right, and you can enter. The other button is a back button, and here is the power button. Ventilating holes at the top and at the bottom. It's used to defog the lens if you are in a high humidity environment. To power on these goggles, you must press it one time. You must press the power button one time, and if the LED lights up, press it again for 2 seconds and it will beep for a few times. It indicates that it's turned on. Like any other DJI devices, this goggles entry must be activated. You can use an application to activate it and update its firmware. Here are used a DJI Assistant application. To connect to the DJI Assistant, you need to plug it to your computer. Plug it to your computer using the included USB-C, and it will automatically shows up. You can click the device. Using your DJI account, you can activate the device, and after that, you need to update its firmware. Reminder: you need to update the firmware to the latest version in your goggles and in your air unit or in DJI camera so that you can bind it pretty easily. It must be the same firmware. It takes a while. It will download the files needed to update the firmware and then install automatically. You just have to wait. These are the display of the goggles. You can see some information in the display, including the signal, the battery life, and the voltage of the drone. Here at the top, you can see the record icon, the defog icon, brightness of the LCD screen. If you click the arrow right, you can see the settings. First is the status. This status will show you devices are connected in your goggles. If it's DJI Avatar, DJI Neo, DJI O4 Lite, and DJI O4 Pro. You can switch between those devices. Here I already connected my DJI O4 Air unit. Here in the transmission menu, we can toggle two different tabs, audience and pilot tab. You can change transmission power. You can fine tune it. You can also toggle into racing mode. Remember, if you're in the racing mode, you cannot record in 4K. You can only record 1080p or Full HD. Here in settings, safety tab will automatically record a footage every after crash or disarmed, I think. Here in control protocol, you can use switch over standard and S-Bus mode. They use S-Bus mode if you want to connect DJI remote into your flight controller. And under it is a goggles tutorials. And lastly, under control is the auto low power state of air unit. It will automatically low power state if it's not in flight, and you can save battery. Here under camera settings are the basic settings of the camera: the aspect ratio, video quality, camera FOV, stabilization, they call it rock steady, and the ISO limit. Safe zone, you can create a like box in your display so that you can zoom in, zoom out the safe zone. For me, I don't like using it because I think it can give clutter in my display. I'll just leave it off. Here is grid lines. You can choose any or any form of grid lines, but I don't like using grid lines. I think it's here in advanced camera settings. This grayed out menu here will be clickable if we're not recording, but this time I cannot show you how it works because we're recording, but you can understand pretty easy what the items are supposed to do. Here you can choose if you want to both record or only record in your goggles or DVR, and auto record on takeoff or if you are armed. And now we will use these goggles, bind it with our DJI O4, and use our Meteor 65 Pro while using these goggles. If you move around, this goggles is not that heavy, but it's huge. If you're just looking at it, you will think that it's heavy, but it's not. The battery that it's in the strap at the back of your head will balance out the weight of the goggles itself. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for watching. Please like and follow. And if you could, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Quad Tech Zone. See ya!